What's going on, everybody? Yes, I know my hair is messed up. I was supposed to get my hair cut today. Been on a little trip for a few days and got back and like, man, I need to go get my hair cut. So anyway, basically just wanted to do a quick little update on my situation. I realize it's been almost 7 weeks that I've been out of the hospital, and during that 7 weeks, I have been pretty much in misery the entire time. So I did some experimenting with the diet to see what would happen if I just eat whatever the hell I want. Will it get worse? And the answer is not really. So the problem I have right now with this whole carnivore thing is it seems like if anything knocks you off the horse, then you're screwed. Like, you could eat perfectly every day, carnivore, water, salt, meat, and then you could have a situation like we had a few weeks ago. Just had a really bad day. I don't even remember what all it was, but you know, one of those days where you have things to do and you start working down your list and then something goes completely awry, and now you have a 4 hour diversion from your schedule, and you have all these deadlines, things that have to be done on that day, period. So you take your 4 hour diversion, you handle that emergency, and then you get back on your list, and then you hit another diversion, and pretty soon it's 10 o'clock at night. You're not home. You're starving. You have to eat something, and you have to stray. You know, maybe you stay close to the carnivore diet, but wherever you go, maybe you have a burger without the bread. You know, without just a freaking slab of meat, but they cook it up on some veggie oil, and maybe that's your trigger. Or if you have a moment of weakness, you know, like it's been a really bad day and it's 10 o'clock at night, and you don't want to eat a piece of meat on a plate. So you just grab a burger. What's one bun going to do to you? Maybe it's going to wreck your diet. Well, it seems to me that when that happens, it's not okay. You ate a burger for 10 minutes. You know, you had a quick burger, and now you're going to hurt. But it seems that maybe you're going to be hurting for days, not for one day, not for half a day, but maybe for 10 days you're going to hurt. And the whole time you're stuck on this carnivore diet, eating the same crap every day, just about. Um, this is why I found it a very difficult diet for me. I thought initially it wasn't going to be that difficult. I mean, who doesn't like a steak? And you know, you can eat as much as you want, and yet at the same time you don't want to eat that much. But I think it may be a big part of it is just getting completely on board. I think this is an onboarding difficulty more than anything. The longest that I've really done this diet is probably 5 weeks, and the electrolyte and low blood sugar issue that I ran into that ultimately got me into the hospital, and that was the event that completely knocked me off the diet, and I've struggled to get back on it ever since. I think if you can get past all that and somehow be on this for a while, it would be much easier. I can see that. You know, you get yourself kind of tuned into not. Ah, so I missed this phone call a few minutes ago. Hang on a second. Let me handle this. It's going to be a short video because I got to talk to this person. All right, there's that. Anyway, if I can get past that point, I think it could be easier. But so the main reason I'm gonna make the video is this is the first video of round two of the carnivore diet for me. I've already strayed. Yesterday, I think I did pretty good. I'm trying to think what all I had. Yeah, I had ground. Um, Dang it, what did I have? Bacon and eggs, no sugar. You know, like uncured, no sugar bacon. Bacon, eggs, and water for breakfast. Lunch, I had water and salt. I did have some cheese, a piece of cheese on ground ribeye. We bought a meat grinder, and man, that's some good. Talk about a good burger, you know, and you're getting good fat content. And then last night I had a ribeye. So the ground ribeye we bought on vacation. at a different grocery store and up in North Carolina. It was the best ribeye I've had yet, and the cheapest, by the way. It was $13 a pound, whereas down here it's closer to $20 a pound. And so I had bad ribeye a couple weeks ago. And by bad, I mean it was like spoiled bad. It made me a little bit sick. I thought that, I mentioned this in my last video, I thought that Melissa had put some garlic and butter on the ribeye, but it was actually just ribeye with salt. And it was so bad that it tasted like it had garlic and butter on it. Anyway, I finally got over that, like the mental block, and I went back to having some ribeyes, and we got them up there, and they were fantastic. So the ground ribeye that I had was from there, and it was excellent. But the ribeye I had last night was from the same store here locally where we had the bad one from, and I'd had another one already, and it was okay. Not as good as the one I had up in North Carolina, and so we froze those, and we thawed it and made it last night for dinner. And it was right at the line where it was not bad, but it just wasn't good. It was a very unenjoyable steak. I ate about half of it, and I had to stop eating it. And so we had nothing else available. So I went and got cheese. I got some sliced cheddar, some smoked Gouda. But here's the problem. Especially when you talk about cheese, now you're talking about different types of cheese. Any one of those could be a trigger. So I probably just screwed myself on the diet again. But I was hungry. I needed to eat something. And there were no other options. So we go right back to that same situation where you get in a corner. It's late at night. I was hungry. So I had no choice, and I had the cheese. And I had, quite a few little slices of it. Good fat content. Maybe it's not a trigger at all, but I wanted to go clean carnivore for at least 2 weeks. I wanted to get back to square one, start at the basics, get better, and then very carefully and meticulously add certain things back in. And so today I wake up, and you got to keep in mind too, I'm hurting pretty bad. The last few days have been really bad. For a few different reasons. One is the new mattress in the RV, or the new RV to us with the mattress that's in it is not a mattress that really is a great fit for me. It was too firm. It's a memory foam, but it was too firm. And so both of us, our backs have been bothering us from the trip. On top of the fact that I'm flaring like crazy because I've just been eating whatever. So that's where I am right now. I am very precariously trying to be back on the diet, and I've already had several fails, from the bad steak last night to I'm just not in a good mood over it. I've got a lot of stressors going on in life right now, and some things that I'm not going to bring up on the video. There's no point. It's just things that I don't need to discuss. It's not a health situation. It's not a personal life issue. It's just, we'll just leave it at work stress going on that I'm dealing with on a daily basis right now. And I said, well, I'm having a damn coffee. So I've already failed. I had a solid 2-week commitment. But the bad steak last night just, I don't know. Have you guys had that problem? Have you had an issue with consistency in your meats that you're getting from these stores? I know that stuff's coming out of different places, out of Canada, Mexico. I try to get U.S. source steak where I can. I got to find a better source of meat. That's all I can say, because I already don't want to eat steak every day. I don't mind a good ribeye, a good fillet, a good whatever. But previously to this diet, a steak was a relatively rare thing. I might have a steak in a week. But to try to have it pretty much every day or almost every day or whatever, I'm really finding the inconsistency of my suppliers it's very annoying. And, you're hungry, and I already don't want a steak, and now I get a steak and it's not very good. It's a big turnoff. It's a big problem for this diet is what I'm finding. Maybe it's my area. Maybe if I had Kroger or other stores available to me, I'd have a more consistent supply. I already don't like Publix, as I've mentioned before. Winn-Dixie sold out to Aldi, and they switched suppliers, so I'm not getting consistency there anymore. They used to be pretty reliable. And then it just comes down to the more local chains that are very hit or miss. So I'm really in a bind trying to be on this diet unless I maybe order steaks from somebody online. I guess that's my next move. So that's where I'm at. A real rough start this time around. If I were a betting man, I would probably bet at least $10,000 on that I won't make it through this week on the Carnivore. The first steak that I've had on round 2 was not good. One more problem with steak, and I'm back off the horse. And that's just how it's going to be. And, I'll give it another shot, but it's going to require a totally different source of steak. So, that's where I am, guys. Gals, thanks for watching. I'll take your input, suggestions on what I can do about getting better quality meat. Consistency is key. If I had the steaks I had from Kroger, I should have bought a bunch and froze them, I guess. If I had steaks like that every day, I could probably do it. But, having these steaks that are bad or spoiling or at the end of their life or whatever, I don't know what the hell it is, but it's disgusting, I'll tell you that much. And you already don't want a steak, and you get one that's, subpar, it's very easy to throw that steak down, and you just wasted, probably at least $10 or $12 or $14. So, not a cool combination.